Hello, we are the team Spawn Scrapers and we've been solving challenge 1.8, the cost data scraping and search tool. I'd just like to make a small disclaimer that this hack challenge uses advanced data analytics to extract, integrate and visualize data. In this instance, an old copy of Spawn's data has been used as the basis of the demonstration and to prove the principle. We would urge developers and companies wishing to use this data to contact Spawns to ensure they have the rights of use as appropriate. Oh, I've spent the whole morning searching through the Spons pricing book and putting a quote together. Now my project manager wants to change all the materials. Searching through a book. It's the 21st century, Alan. Have you considered using project data analytics to automate the process and save you time so you can focus on more important tasks? Project data analytics? Sounds like black magic to me. As an estimator, I just want to be able to use a digital tool so that I can search for materials, plant and activities and automatically create an accurate bill of quantities with ease. Leave it to me, I'll take the idea to my next hackathon and come up with a solution.
Our problem statement is as follows. The current practice of estimating is cumbersome, slow and not easily adapted using the physical Spons book. Our solution is to produce a product to digitalise and simplify the production of bill of quantities.
We approach this challenge by breaking it down into 4 distinct steps. The data extraction stage exports the PDF to CSV using Python scripts. Then, the data is manipulated to preserve hierarchies. The third stage connects the exported CSV file to PowerApps to create a user interface. And finally, an estimating tool was created to allow estimators to search for items and add them to their quotes. This digitizes the estimating process and creates time savings. We focused on extracting the prices for measured work section of the book, which spans 400 pages. Using the tabular module within Python, we extracted the tables from the PDF into data frames. A verification was run to ensure all pages had been extracted. We then had to implement some cleaning steps with the export split items into separate rows if the string was too long, and we also corrected the hierarchy categorization. The final data frame was then exported to CSV. Another verification step was added to check that the item description and hierarchy descriptions do not contain any null rows. And future development of the Python script would be creating more conditional logic steps to increase the level of categorization for each item in the book.
Here we have our cost estimator built using PowerApps. The user will enter their relevant details, some of which are required for the estimate. The user can then use the search box on the left to filter down the list of items and select the one they want. They will then enter the quantity and will be able to add that to their basket. The user can either add another item by clicking the New Item button and go back to the previous page, clear the entire basket or a single item that they select. If the user is finished, then they can click on the checkout button and move on to the final page. In the checkout page, the user can change some variables such as productivity and prelims to ensure they get the correct estimate for the job. The total value is in the bottom right and all the subtotals are shown below.
There are many benefits to using this solution. So one of the benefits is speed. So you're not using a PDF but a search engine. This will dramatically reduce the time. Also another thing is variety. You are able to connect to more than one costing data source, not just Spons. Also another thing is reliability. You are able to adjust the data sets to match today's rates such as interest rates. Lastly, adaptability. You can make changes and this will help the industry greatly.
Future developments, coding refinements, adding additional levels to optimize searches, using SQL rather than Excel so that the app can handle larger amounts of data, fuzzy match searches to allow searches for phrases rather than specific words which have to match the Spons descriptions, templates for bill of quants for specific activities such as foundations so that repetitive tasks can be completed quickly and efficiently, feedback benchmarking to analyse historical estimates and final project values to help adjust for future quotes and estimates.
We've been asked 3 questions related to our project. The first is there verification built in to ensure that data has been read in correctly? We have a couple of automated ways which we've done this. The first is a page number check, which is scripted into the code, and the second is a count of null values to ensure that nothing untoward is being brought through into the clean data set. We've also undertaken manual sample-based audits as part of a back-end quality control process to verify that the estimates we're producing would be as expected. The second question, is it possible to review how prices have changed over time? This would require additional data. This could be taken in the form of previous document versions and subsequent document versions, which could be loaded into our database. We then plan to produce a Power BI dashboard that you could search for a specific product and understand how its price has fluctuated over time. Within the PowerApps, there is an allowance for inflation, and this is based on AECOM's building cost index, which is included in SPONS. There's also allowance for regional variation, and this is based on SPONS forecasts. The third question is, in the future, what external data could you join to this to give more tailored cost estimates? The first thing we could do would think about web scraping. Commodities would be an easy thing to do, things like steel, timber, water, concrete, to align the prices with the live prices. Alternative sources could also be used. Although SPONS is the market leader for general construction, there are other documents such as the ECI estimating norms and DACE, which would provide a wider application platform. And there's also a lot of data within SPONS which we haven't included in this set, and that would increase its benefit.